As the clock struck midnight, the old mansion on the hill remained shrouded in an unsettling silence. The local kids whispered tales of ghosts and cursed spirits that lingered within its decaying walls, but they were just stories, weren't they? For Ryan, a skeptical junior reporter looking for his big break, the mansion was an opportunity too good to pass up. He armed himself with a flashlight, a camera, and a healthy dose of cynicism, determined to debunk the myths once and for all. The creaking front door yielded easily to his push, swinging open with an eerie groan. The floorboards moaned under his weight as he stepped inside, his flashlight cutting through the thick darkness. Cobwebs brushed against his face, and a sickly sweet smell permeated the air. Ryan scanned the main hall, noting the broken chandelier hanging precariously above and the grand staircase that led to the unknown above. He started up the stairs, his footsteps echoing in the cavernous space. The air grew colder with each step, and a sense of unease gnawed at him. Halfway up, he heard a whisper. "Get out!" His heart pounded in his chest, but he pressed on, refusing to be swayed by what he assumed was his imagination. At the top of the stairs, he turned into a long hallway lined with doors. One door at the end stood ajar, a faint light seeping from the crack. With cautious steps, he approached it. The whispering grew louder, more insistent. "Leave now." Ryan pushed the door open and froze. The room was filled with antique furniture, and in the center stood a large mirror, its surface clouded with age. But it wasn't the furniture that rooted him in place, it was the reflection. Behind him stood a figure, shrouded in shadow, eyes glowing a sinister red. He spun around, but the hallway was empty. The figure was only in the mirror. Panic surged through him as he turned back to the mirror, and the figure raised a hand, pointing directly at him. "You shouldn't have come here," it hissed. The room began to warp, objects twisting and turning as if the very fabric of reality was unraveling. Ryan's flashlight flickered and died, plunging him into darkness. Desperately, he fumbled for the door, his mind screaming in terror. He stumbled into the hallway, racing down the stairs, the whispers now a cacophony of screams. "Leave!" His legs burned as he sprinted towards the exit, but the front door slammed shut before he could reach it. He pounded on the wood, his cries for help swallowed by the oppressive darkness. Then, as suddenly as it began, the noise stopped. The whispers, the screams, the sense of impending doom all vanished. The door creaked open on its own, and Ryan didn't hesitate. He bolted outside, not daring to look back. As he reached the safety of the street, he cast one last glance at the mansion. In the flicker of a dying streetlight, he saw the figure standing in the doorway, watching him with those glowing red eyes. The door swung shut, and the mansion fell silent once more. Ryan didn't get his big break, but he left with something far more valuable, the knowledge that some myths are better left unchallenged. The local kid's whispers held more truth than he ever wanted to believe.